Good morning, students. Today's session is for BBA third year HR specialized student, and it is for your third HR specialization, that is for human resource development principles and practice. Today I will discuss another topic of HRD, that is value anchored HRD process. What we will discuss in this topic? In this topic, we will discuss what value a human resource create for an organization, and after that how these values are enhanced or improved by the HRD. Generally, HRD gives importance to developing the human resource skills, knowledge, and capabilities. And it considers that human resource having a lot of potentialities, and these potentialities should be developed by the organization and should be utilized by the organization for achieving its objective in a most effective and efficient way. Generally, HRD is a developmental oriented approach. Its main intention is to identify the inherent qualities, identify the potentialities of individual, and after that it develops switchable mechanism or switchable systems so that the inherent qualities and the inherent potentialities of an individual can be developed, can be improved. And if these knowledge utilized by the organization, then the organization can be able to achieve its objective in the most effective and efficient. So HRD's main intention is to produce a value for or create a value for an organization through human resource by developing their skills, knowledge, and capability. So the concepts and practices of human resource development are based on value anchored process system. So what is the meaning of value anchored process system here? HRD's main intention is to produce or create a value for organization through human resource by developing their skills, knowledge, and capability. Means human resource having a lot of potentialities. HRD gives a framework. HRD provides the opportunity to human resource for developing their inherent qualities, for developing their inherent capability. If the person's inherent qualities or capabilities are developed, then the person can capable to do everything in a most effective way, and the person can capable to produce some value or create some value for an organization. Or by utilizing this value, organization can capable to do everything in a most effective and efficient way, and they can able to face the global challenges, global changes in a most efficient manner. So HRD's always main intention is to develop the skills, knowledge, capabilities of a human resource. And if the person's skills, knowledge, and capabilities are developed, then that person creates some value. That person produce some value for the organization. And after utilizing these values that produced by the human resource, the organization is able to achieve its objective, achieve its goal in a most effective way. Generally, there are three meanings attached to the concepts of HRD. Means HRD having three intentions. What are the intention of HRD? Let me discuss one by one. First intention of HRD is that, or first, or HRD considers that person working in the organization are regarded as a valuable resource. HRD considers that human resource having a lot of potentialities, and these potentialities should be developed, and these potentialities should be used by the organization for achieving its objective. HRD suggests that human resources are the most valuable resources because they are the only resource who helps the organization to do everything in a most effective way, to help the organization to achieve its objective in a most effective way. Through the human resource, organization can capable to face the global challenges, global changes, and help the organization to grow and prosper. So HRD always considered that human resource is the most valuable resources for the organization, and human resource having a lot of potentialities, lot of innovative ideas, creativity ideas. By using their creativity ideas, by using their innovative ideas, organization is able to grow, survive, and able to prosper. So human is the most important element. Human is the valuable resources. So organizations should have to invest some time and effort for developing the human resource skill, knowledge, and capability. So first concept related to HRD is that person working in the organization are regarded as a valuable resources. means human are the most important element for the organization. Organization should have to devote some time and some effort, some cost for developing the inherent qualities, for developing the inherent potentialities of a human resource. By developing the human resource capabilities, human resource potentialities, the organization is able to face the global changes, able to meet the global challenges. So, HRD always gives importance to developing the skills, knowledge, and capabilities of a human resource because it considers that human is a very important element, is a valuable resources for an organization. Next meaning attached to the concept of HRD is that HR having their own characteristics and cannot be treated like material resources. Gone are the days means before the before before industrial revolution or before globalization, the industrialists realized that if they have sufficient amount of raw material, if they have proper method for producing the goods, if they have proper technology, then they can able to produce the good qualitative goods, and they can able to do everything in a most effective way. But after industrial revolution, after globalization, when there were number of competition, when there were cutthroat competition, after that the industrialists realized that human resource is the most important resources for human resource is the most important resources. Without human resource, organization is not able to do anything. If they have sufficient amount of material, if they have good method for producing the goods, proper technology for producing the goods. If they don't have any qualitative human resource, if they don't have any potential or skilled human resource, then they cannot, they're not able to produce the goods. They are not able to face the global competition. They are not able to face the global changes. Global changes. So HRD suggests that human resource having different characteristics, no two human resource having same characteristics, different person having different skills, different person having different emotional levels, and different person having different creativity and innovative ideas. And with the help of these ideas, organization able to face the global changes, global challenges. And HRD suggests to the organization that there should be a humanitarian approach means the employees of an organization should be treated like a man and they should not be treated like a material resources machine or other resources because every human resource having different characteristics having different skills and if the organization treat them properly, then they are motivated to exert all their potentialities, all their creativity ideas, all their abilities to a particular job. So, by utilizing this thing, by using this thing, organization can able to face the global changes. So, HRD suggests that HRD considers that human resource having their own characteristics, having their own skills, own capabilities, and these things should be utilized by the organization for achieving its objective in a most effective way, and they cannot be treated like a material or other resource. Next, meaning attached to the concept of HRD is that HRD doesn't merely focus on employees as individuals but also on other social unit and process in the organization. Means initially I told you that HRD doesn't always consider, always gives importance to developing the skills, knowledge, and capabilities of human resource, and it also gives importance to develop the organization also because it considers that if the human resource skills, knowledge, capabilities are developed, and within an organization, if there is no proper system for utilizing this, means if in an organization there are no proper culture for utilizing the developed skills, knowledge, and capabilities, then developing the human resource is meaningless or waste. So, for utilizing the developed skills, knowledge, and capabilities of the human resource, HRD always gives importance to develop the organization also. So HRD doesn't give importance to develop one aspect. HRD gives importance to develop the human resource as well as other social units. Like it gives importance to develop the roles that a person occupies. After that, it gives more importance to develop the team. It gives importance to team building concept. It gives importance to formation of various teams and it tries to maintain coordination and cooperation within a team, and at last it gives importance to develop the organization as a whole. If these things are developed, then it helps the organization to achieve its objective in a most effective way, and it helps the organization to face the global challenges and global changes in most effective. So we can say that there are four units of HRD, and HRD try to give importance to these units for developing so that the objective of HRD can be achieved. Means the ultimate objective of HRD is to improve the productivity, improve the performance of the employees. So by developing these four units, organization try to HRD try to achieve its objective. What are the four units? HRD give importance to develop. The four units are individual, role that a person occupies, after that inter team, last one is the organization. Means HRD gives importance to all these four units for developmental purpose, so that the objective of HRD can able to achieve. So next I will discuss the various units of HRD that it gives importance for development. So there are four distinguishable human units that included in the areas of HRD, and HRD gives importance for developing these four units. First one is the employees, next one is the roles that a person occupies or that an employee occupies, next inter teams, last one is the organization. So let me discuss various units of HRD. Various units of HRD. Yes, HRD gives importance to various units for developing one by one. So first, it gives importance to develop the human resource of an organization, individual of an organization. Human resource is the most important element. Human resource is the key element of an organization. Without it, no organization is able to work. No organization able to achieve its desired objective. No organization is able to face the global challenges and changes. So human resource is the key unit in an organization, and human resource development considers that human resource having a lot of potentialities, and these potentialities should be developed, and if the organization uses these potentialities, they can capable to achieve these achieve the organizational goal, able to prosper and grow. So HRD gives much importance to identify the human inherent potentialities, inherent qualities, and try to develop so that they can able to means the human resource or employees of an organization can able to perform their task in a most effective way, and after that if the employees of an organization perform their task in a most effective way, they can capable to achieve the organizational objective. So HRD by adopting four process can able to develop its human resource. So what process generally the HRD adopt for developing an individual or for developing a human resource? Let me tell you. So first one is the self-management. What is the meaning of self-management? Self-management, we can say that it is a process that allows a person to control their action, to control their thoughts and beliefs. If a person having strong self-management skill, then that person can able to set their own goal independently, and they're capable to control their activities. And generally, the person having strong self-management skill, they can able to set their realistic goal. If the role having a lot of difficulties, if the goal having lot of difficulties, if the goal having lot of challenges, the human resource always try to accomplish these things, try to achieve the goal in a most effective and efficient way, because these goals are set by himself. So HRD allows the person to control their own activities. So HRD gives opportunity to individual, opportunity to a human resource working in an organization, that they develop their competencies, they develop their skills in such a way that they can capable to manage his or her work effectively. And it gives importance to control their activities by employ himself. And it gives importance that individuals should learn to analyze the performance process. Means It suggests that individual human resources, every employee of an organization are capable or incapable to identify their own performance level. If they're capable to identify their own performance level, they can able to identify what is their present skill and what skill they require for achieving their goals. So HRD always gives importance to the self-management concept. Through the self-management process, a person's creativity, a person's innovative ideas can be utilized, and that helps the organization to get success. So next process generally the HRD adopts for developing a human resource is competence building. HRD's main intention or main objective is to develop the human resources, skills, knowledge, capabilities, and develop the potentialities of human resource. And it helps the human resource to sharpen their abilities, sharpen their capabilities or qualities. And it gives importance to identify the potentialities, identify the inherent potentialities, and it provides a framework, it's a strategy or a system to an individual employee so that the person can able to develop their inherent qualities and they can able to perform their job in a better way. So competency building, through competency building, HRD develop its human resource. Next comes to advancement. Advancement means what? Advancement, we can say that it is an development or growth of an employee. So every employee wants some advancement in his or her career, within an organization. So HRD should help in the process of advancement. Means every person wants some growth, every person wants some development in his or her career. HRD helps a person to identify different career paths in their life, and HRD helps a person for making planning related to their career. And HRD helps a person to identify different career paths. Means HRD helps a person or employee of an organization to identify different jobs he or she will have in near future. After that, it provides opportunity to an individual to develop their skills, knowledge, and capabilities in such a way that they can able to acquire the higher level, higher position jobs. Through the advancement also HRD develop the human resources, skills, knowledge, and abilities. Next comes to leadership. HRD gives more importance to developing the leadership qualities. If a person having strong leadership quality, then he can capable to lead a team. He can capable to do everything in a better way, and he can capable to achieve their group goals, achieve their team objectives. So, if a person or if the human resource of an organization having strong leadership skill, they can able to make a difference in their organization. Means they can do everything in a most effective and efficient. So, these so by adopting these four process, HRD can able to develop its human resource or develop its individual employees. So these are all about the first unit of human resource development that intends to develop. Next, I will discuss the second unit of human resource development. Means the second intention of HRD to develop is the role of a person, role that a person occupies. So, next intention of HRD is to develop the person's role, the person's occupying role. Every individual of an organization perform various complex roles in an organization, and these roles should be carefully analyzed by HRD, and the HRD should have to pay necessary attention to these role independently. So, what is the main intention of HRD is to develop this human resource skill, knowledge, and capabilities. And main intention is to use their potentialities for achieving the organizational objective. So, here, what is the reason behind developing the role of a person? So, the reason behind developing the role of a person is that if a person occupies a role that doesn't motivate the human resource, then that person will not motivated to exert all their potentialities in a particular time. Means Role means here role means what? Role we cannot use instead of job. We cannot use instead of status. Role we can say that it is a position that a person occupies. So whatever the role the person occupies, accordingly he or she will work. So according to organizational point, or we can say that from organizational point of view or HRD point of view, that every job or every position should have the role that motivate a human resource. If a role motivate the human resource, then that human resource and the person that occupy that particular role can able to perform their job in a most effective way. So HRD gives importance to develop the role so that motivate a human resource to exert high level of effort to exert all their potentialities in a particular job. So for developing the role of a particular job that a person occupies, HRD add up different processes. First one is the optimum stress. Means HRD considers that each job having each role having enough stress which may help the role occupant to stretch himself to meet the challenges. It suggests that every role should not have more stress, should not involve more stress, and every job should not involve less stress. If a particular role having more stress, then it has an adverse effect on the person's health. And if a role having less stress, then the person who occupies that particular role, he considers that or he perceives that whatever role he will perform, that is not a difficult one and that doesn't involve any challenges. So he will not interested to exert all the potentialities in a particular role or in a particular job. So HRD suggests that every role must have enough stress so that the person can able to exert all their energies, exert all their potentialities to meet the challenges. The job or the role should not be neither overstressed nor understressed. Next comes to linkage. HRD identifies that the HRD establish or build a linkage among various roles of an organization, roles of an job to the organizational challenges. It considers that if a particular role doesn't have any linkage to the organizational challenges, then performing that role is meaningless, is worthless, and the person who occupies that role and the person who performs different role or different job in that particular role that is meaningless, and the person's knowledge capabilities cannot be utilized properly. So it considers that and it builds a linkage among different roles of an organization, and it builds a linkage among the roles of an individual with the organizational challenges with the organizational goals, so that whatever the roles performed by a person that is linked to the organizational goal, and whatever the knowledge skill used by an individual in their job, that produce a value for the organization. Next comes to autonomy. Autonomy means what? Autonomy means freedom. Autonomy means freedom. Every HRD considers that organizations should have to provide a particular level of freedom to every employees of the organization. Organizations should have to provide freedom in terms of making various decisions related to their department, related to their own work, and the employee having freedom to implement their decisions, implement some actions by own, so that they can able to use their innovative ideas, they can able to use their creativity ideas in a particular job. So if the organization provides some level of freedom to a particular employee, then employee's potentialities is properly utilized by the organization, and if the organization provides some level of autonomy, then both the individual as well as the organization got benefit. Next comes to commitment. Commitment, we can say that it is an attachment and loyalty. Means whatever the commitment generally organization provide to the individual in the form of their various roles, this should be fulfilled by the organization. If these commitments are fulfilled by the organization, then The individual are motivated to exert all their energies to a particular job. Generally, both individual and organization provides some commitment to each other. So, if the organization fulfill the commitment whatever made by them, then the individual employees are interested in the individual employees are motivated to exert all their potentialities, all their energies to particular job. Next comes to motivation. HRD suggests that, or HRD considers that each role having some level of motivation. If the role doesn't having any motivation system, motivational factor, then the person who occupied that role, he or she is not interested to exert all their energies, exert all their potentialities to a particular job. So HRD considers that each role must having some motivational factor, so that attract that motivate a human resource to exert all their energies. So the energies and potentialities of individual can be utilized by the organization. So these are all about the second unit of human resource development. Next, the third I will discuss, the third unit of HRD is inter-team. HRD gives more importance to development of various teams. It gives importance to team building skills, and it considers that there should be a teamwork rather than individual. And it tries to develop the cooperation and coordination in among various groups in an organization, among various teams in an organization, so that every work can be performed in a most effective and efficient way. And it gives importance to maintain a cooperation within a team so that they can able to achieve the organizational objective in a most effective way. If the teams of an organization are better are properly coordinated properly, and the work of a team can be performed in a most effective and cooperated manner, then each individual can contribute towards the organization, toward the organizational objective. So HRD gives importance to develop various teams in an inside an organization, and it gives importance to inter-team development, and it gives importance to maintain cooperation coordination within a team so that they can able to contribute something positively, something towards the organizational objective. So through various process, HRD able to develop the team of an organization. First one is the communication. It considers that in within a team there should be a proper communication. If the objective of an organization, if the message of an organization communicated properly to the different team member, then then the members of a team can able to get information related to the organizational objective, related to their work, so that they can able to work properly, they can able to work in a most coordinated way. So HRD considers that for developing the cooperation coordination within a work, there should be a proper communication. Next, feedback. Feedback means what? Feedback is a way of assessment of work done. Assessment of work done means after completing work by a particular person, whatever the result, if the organization inform them, then we can say that it is a process of feedback. Feedback is a way of assessment of work done, and it is an integral part of HRD. Through the feedback, a person can able to identify what is their present level of performance, and what the desired level of performance, and what extra knowledge, extra thing the person, extra skill the person have to require for achieving the organizational objective. Next comes to conflict resolution. So conflict means what? Conflict, we can say that it is a disagreement or misunderstanding between the people or between the team. So if there is conflict, then it is not possible for the organization to maintain a harmony, to maintain a balance, or to maintain a peace inside the organization. So HRD gives importance to resolution of the conflict. Means HRD develops a suitable strategies, suitable mechanism, so that the conflict of the organization can be minimized, and every members of a team can work in a most coordinated and cooperative way. So HRD develops suitable strategies so that the conflicts that arises within a team, within a individual, can be minimized, so that the work can be done in a most coordinated and cooperative manner within a team. Next one is the collaboration. Collaboration means what? Collaboration occurs generally when two or more people of an organization work together to achieve a common goal. If the people of an organization works together to achieve a common goal, then we can say that in an organization there is a collaborative system of work. And HRD gives importance to collaboration of work so that every person having common objective and every person try to achieve the organizational objective and every person who are having same objective, then the organization is able to achieve its objective in a most effective. Next, the fourth unit, the HRD have to focus is that organization. And HRD considers that if the organization doesn't having any proper culture, then whatever the skills, knowledge of a human resource cannot be properly utilized. So HRD gives importance to develop a suitable culture inside the organization. So for developing the organization, HRD add up different things. HRD gives focus to different things. First one is the growth. Every organization wants some growth. Every organization look forward to growing. The growth may be in the form of size, maybe in the form of operation. So if the organization grow, then HRD helps the organization or HRD helps the employees of an organization to develop their skills, knowledge, potentialities in such a way that they can able to work with such higher job, work with such higher operation or more number of operations. Next comes to impact. Every organization would like to have some impact on outside organizations or customers. So it may be impact may be in the terms of developing new markets, developing services or products. So HRD helps the organization's employees or organization's human resource to develop their potentialities, develop their skills, abilities in such a way that they can able to deal with such new changes so that organization can able to put an impact on the outside of the organization as well as other customers of an organization. Next comes to self renewal. Organization must have to examine its working from time to time and take steps to update its technology. Means HRD always visualize the climates. HRD always visualize the organizational culture, whether it is suitable for utilizing the employee skills, knowledge, or potentialities or not. If not, it develops suitable cultures and implement that one. So HRD always gives importance to review the organizational culture, review the organizational climate, and takes various steps to introduce new systems, new cultures, and update new technologies so that organization can able to meet different challenges and different changes most effectively. So these are the various value anchored HRD process. HRD's main intention is to develop the human resource, develop the role that a person occupies, and develop the teams within teams of an organization. And at last, it gives importance to develop the organization. If it develops all these units, then it creates certain value for the organization, and by utilizing this value, organization is able to achieve its objective in a most effective and efficient. So this is all about our